Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We are going to the part 2 of the interview, and in this part we are going to explain about leverages. We are going to explain about the physical structure, that is the height, that is the structure of the body, and how it affects the lifts. So welcome back, our guest, Ishmael. I think I would like you to explain what is leverage and how leverage works.
When it comes to leverages, we are all built different. You can find, let's say, person A and person B at the same height, but maybe person B has long legs and a short torso, and the other way around for the other person. So leverages actually play a big role when it comes to lifting, because when you look at people who are good at deadlift, let's say like me, people who are bad at deadlift, you realize a pattern. Even squats, for example. So I'm going to use myself. So if you look, I'm not the tallest person, but if you look at my femur bone, it's really long. My femur bone starts from here up to here. So you could find, let's assume this is my tibia, this is my femur. Okay, do that. So in order for this person to squat until parallel, you'll have to move all that distance because their femur is long.
Femur is this from
yeah. The femur is long. But then if you look at Chinese weightlifters, they are the opposite. The shin bone is very long and the femur is short. So when a Chinese weightlifter is squatting, it's just that distance.
Yeah, that explains why Chinese has got very good.
Yeah, if you look at
the squatting.
Yeah, because their shin bone is very long and the femur is short. So the distance to squat is very low compared to taller athletes or athletes with a long femur bone. It's like all that distance just to reach parallel. Now,
so that is in regards to the squat.
Now, when it comes to deadlift, now people like me have an advantage because of the long femur, and if you have long hands, those are in deadlift. Because if you're picking a weight from here, if you have a short tibia and long hands, like the weight is going from here to here. But imagine if I had short hands, like if my hands were, let's say, this length, it means I have to bend even further to pick, and to lift, the weight goes through a bigger distance. So if you find like the very best deadlift specialists, they have really long hands.
Yeah, I think
maybe you've had the tall athletes or even Jamal Browner.
Yeah,
you find their hands are really long. So it's like just moving from here to here because the hands are very long.
Yeah, I think even to make it more simpler, let us explain to the Kenyan setup. There's somebody like Alvin Lee. Alvin Lee should be around
6'1.5", 6'2".
Yeah. 6'1", 6'2", and there's the lifting around 370 kgs plus. There is Chris Okech who's around 6'3", 400 kgs deadlift. There is Paul Tay who's 6'0", 360 kg deadlift. There is Nelson Wanyonyi Mandevu around 6'0", 5'9". When you look at these people, they're tall, they're relatively tall, and the limbs are long, so they are very good lifters. When it comes to the squat, the best person who is squatting in Kenya is Omalo. Omalo's squat is around 330, 40. No, right now it's 360 kgs. Yeah, 360 kgs. Omalo is short. I think he's around 5'8".
Yeah, and you look at
Gamba.
If you look at them, you find their legs aren't really long compared to their torso. They seem a bit even. If you look at other athletes or even me, you find the leg is all that, the torso is just here. But then if you look at the good squatters, it almost looks 50-50.
So when it comes to squat, you are farther than that.
Yeah. When it comes to squats, it's really hard, and so that's how leverages work. Even when it comes to bench press, if you have short arms, the weight moves like a shorter distance. But if you have long arms, now the weight is moving all that distance.
Even overheads,
Yeah, when it comes to overhead, you see, like if it's a bit short, the lockout it will be easier to lock out. But then if it's long, the lockout will take longer. because you're moving through a bigger distance.
Yeah, and so that we don't just base our assessment on strongman. Explain that in terms of like CrossFit. Maybe we'll take a lift. Which is the best lift? Snatch.
A snatch, yeah.
Does snatch favor the tall athletes or the short athletes?
In general, now weightlifting will really favor. So when it comes to now the snatch, now if you have like maybe a short finger but also long hands, it will be the perfect combination. Because when it comes to the pull, the bar will move a shorter distance if you have longer hands.
Yeah.
But then when it comes to the squat, it will be easier to lock out as well.
Yeah, yeah. Basically, ladies and gentlemen, this is something that this is the scientific bit of lifting. And that is why you get some athletes are being favored for certain lifts because of their height, their physical structure. You see, when you, like for instance, at times when I just look at an athlete, I can tell this athlete is going to squat heavy or is going to lift heavy. Ladies and gentlemen, now we are going to explain the bench press. Remember, this is a power lifter. He has done CrossFit and he has done strongman. But we are going to explain the bench press because this is one of the lifts that is the most common lift in all gyms. And he's going to explain the movement for beginners and any other thing that is going to make you to be a good bench presser in regards to the scientific part of it.
To give a breakdown through the bench press you just saw. I was doing 100 kgs, and you know it's more than that's more than my weight. People usually say I don't look like I can bench a lot because my arms aren't as big, but it's all about, when it comes to powerlifting, your technique. The technique needs to be important. If you look at elite swimmers, elite runners, they're swimming in a straight line. They're running. There's no energy wasted like side to side. So even powerlifting, you have to try and make sure your lifts are as efficient as possible. So when it comes to the bench press, maybe you might have noticed from the video it looks like my chest is out. So we do that because you might find some people when they bench, they're like, I feel it in my shoulder, I don't feel it in my chest. Yeah, so when you retract your scapula, you allow your chest to do the work, not your shoulder. So you retract your scapula, it's an important part. You should also make sure your feet are firmly on the ground. Be flat, like this, but because when you're pushing, like you have to generate so much force. You also use your feet to some extent. Maybe you've ever heard of leg drive. So when your feet are firm in that position, it's almost like you're using your legs and your arms to push at the same time. So you might find if you just bench, it'll be harder than with your feet because that drive from the legs also helps. And when you're bench pressing, you try to make the bar go like almost slightly towards your eyes. I can show like a small demonstration here. If you look at the video, it's like here and then it's like almost going to the eyes a bit. Because of how the chest is built, that's like the most efficient way. So instead of just up like that, it's like up with a slight motion, going towards your eyes.
Will you explain in regards to that? I see powerlifters, some of them they really act their back.
Yeah.
What is the point of really acting?
When you maybe if you look at the video, you'll see like I put my feet, then I drag backwards, then I don't move my feet, so I get that tightness. So in that tight, I can't even move. So it's like all the energy I'm using is to push the bar. But then powerlifters, the ones you do where it's like almost like a rainbow. Those are just doing to reduce the distance of the bar. Because now, if the chest is all the way here, now the bar is moving from here to there. Compared to if they are normal, the bar is moving to a bigger distance. So powerlifters really do it because it's allowed in the rules. They are trying to do them as most so that as minimal.
But I travel at the shortest distance.
Yeah, you see now you see powerlifters many don't reach full depth like Olympic because only parallel. They just try to be as efficient as possible. They don't do extra work. Yes.
Then, from a general observation, I think I've been to many gyms in the country. I have trained with different athletes. I noticed that most of these big bench pressers usually have big biceps. Is there a relation between big biceps and lifting heavy in the bench press? Look at somebody like Polycarp. Polycarp is one of the strongest athletes, a power lifter. He does a bench press of 230 kgs. 230 kgs bench press. The bicep of that guy is literally my thigh.
So mainly the bench press, it's not particularly bicep, but it's really the tricep. Apart from the chest, the tricep is the most important muscle. So now when you find people who train the tricep, you can't ignore the bicep and the forearms. Like no one trains arms and forgets the bicep. Yeah. So if you want like a really big bench press, aside from your chest, you train your arms and your forearms. You train your forearms a lot so that you can be able to push more. They really help. So most likely to find a lot of these guys have big biceps because they have big arms in general. So if you look at his tricep, you find it's even bigger than the bicep. They're really good at benching.
Yeah, there is Uzani powerlifting. I think it's next month. Next month is July. The other month. I believe you're competing in Uzani powerlifting.
Yeah, I'll be competing in Uzani. Currently, I haven't been benching a lot, but now after the Cats post Strongman Festival, I'll switch back to benching and reduce the overhead press.
What do you expect? I hope you know you're the current champion of Uzani powerlifting.
I expect to get a podium. As Johan knows, my deadlift and grip is really good. Yeah, and my bench is decent compared to. There's a lot of powerlifters struggle with bench. Yeah, and my squat technique has improved over the years. So I expect you to just stay tuned and you'll see. There might be a part 3 follow-up interview.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, when it comes to these particular coaches that are trying to bring the sport, we're trying to also commercialize the sport. We're trying to come to a place whereby you can grow the athlete, you know the athlete, we're trying to grow the sport. So I'm going to ask basically the last question. What can you do to grow the sport or the athlete, and what can somebody do if he wants to compete competitive levels in Kenya? Because I'm aware, like in Kenya right now, we don't have a federation for powerlifting, so it limits a number of very good athletes. We have very good athletes, like so Ichena, Simon Kanzi. These guys have not been competing outside. What can these athletes do? You have competed outside the country.
Yes. So I think the outside of the, sometimes you don't even need like a proper federation. It starts with how Uzani organizes and then it grows when there are more people. But to grow the sport, for powerlifting, you need first a federation with just a membership fee, a small fee, and then from that small fee, maybe you can be able to organize competition and reward athletes, and after that, it will spread that wow, you can win. Have you seen like since Missouri, for example, when they put 50,000 in 2021?
Yeah, the Missouri Festival was one of the competitions that were held in 2021. 2021 Missouri Festival. It incorporated CrossFit, bodybuilding, physique, strongman, and had some good amount of money. Yeah.
So that encourages people. So now you see like strongman. After those competitions, we have more strongman competitors. So for powerlifting, I think we just need to maybe organize more powerlifting competitions because it's not as popular. Even me, I started powerlifting, but I mainly do strongman in Kenya because there's not much powerlifting. So I'll also, to grow the sport, I'll also encourage the ladies to participate. Like really, the ladies need to participate, because you could find these days it's improving. I liked how the end of 2022 and the Kasarani Strongman, I really liked the turn up. But if you look at before, you could find maybe some competitions. We had to merge the novice and open because there is no one. There are no ladies competing. And the thing is, there's this stigma, most ladies, they'd say, I don't want to look like a man if I lift, Then you have me here, I am squatting 2.5 times my weight, I'm deadlifting over 3 times my weight, but I still look a bit small, I don't look like a gorilla like how women say. So it's not something you don't just accidentally look like a man, It's like if I say I don't jog because I don't run a marathon, you don't become Kipchoge just jogging once, there's a process to becoming that. So I'm glad with how the ladies are turning up now, because when you turn up to compete, your friends and family come watch you, and those friends and family will tell other people, who tell other people, so it becomes a chain the more you compete. And also the more ladies compete, the more there'll be bigger prize money, which entices more people to compete as well. So it's like almost a chain of competing to grow the sport. So I'm glad I'm seeing a bigger turn up, but we also need to keep increasing the turn up for ladies. You should be telling your friends, come, you should look like a man, come, it's okay.
Yeah, basically, when you look at most of these sports that grow very well, the sports that have grown well are sports where the ladies have been turning up, because ladies tend to be more serious and tend to be more focused when they do their things. There's that other notion of ladies thinking that if you lift, you're going to look like a man. I have seen all the ladies who lift, and basically ladies who lift look very nice.
Yes, especially this thing, like toning. I'm sorry to tell you guys, toning is just losing fat and building muscle. A lot of ladies think doing 10 kgs, 2 kgs 100 times, that's toning. No, toning is just you reduce your fat loss while gaining muscle. And you don't have to worry about gaining too much muscle, because you don't have testosterone in the first place. It's harder for you to gain muscle to begin with. So just train as hard as you can. You try to lose fat at the same time, and you'll be toned as much as you want. And when it comes to growing the athletes, if you want to compete, I can't say there's a right time to compete, because if you keep on waiting to be strong enough, you might never compete. But a good metric is to, when you know how to do the movements correctly, bench press, squats, deadlift, if your technique is okay, maybe if you've trained for a bit and you can bench press your own weight, maybe squat 1.5 times your weight, deadlift 2 times, you can compete. You can just join to compete, because that's how you experience, that's how you gain experience, that's how you improve. Because there are some things you might not even find in your gym that you find in the competition. So it's really nice to grow a perspective when you compete.
Welcome back, and this you are one of the athletes, one of the best deadlifters in Kenya, and you're the only person I've seen who deadlifts without using weights. Probably I've seen like 3 athletes. I've seen Paul Fair, I've seen you, I've seen Alvin Lee. But when the lift is so heavy, you don't wear a belt. How do you do that?
So there's this thing called bracing. You breathe in into your stomach and then hold it. So a belt, it just increases that pressure. That's intra-abdominal pressure. So a belt isn't. So when you breathe in and hold, it will be like, see this bottle?
Yeah.
So if you breathe in and hold, you can be able to see I'm 90 kgs, but this bottle can't burst because now it's stable. So when you brace, you insert so much air into your abdomen so that when you come under heavy weight, your body does not cramp. But if you don't breathe in properly, like let's say if it was like this, and then you go under heavy weight, when you're not bracing properly, see now you're crushed by the weight. So as long as you brace properly and breathe in deep and hold, you're okay.
And, in regards to that, is there a procedure whereby one can learn how to press easily, like to breathe in, to control the breath?
Yeah, so the easiest way is to look at how your body is moving. Okay, I'll demonstrate without a shirt.
Yeah.
So if you look at when you breathe normally, it's your chest going up and down. But when you're bracing, you should see your stomach expanding. Not but so it looks like you look like a sponsor, yeah. So into your stomach, yeah. So that's how you know
you're basically using your, when you're trying to breathe in, are you using your nose or your breath using your mouth?
Use your mouth so you can be able to get in a lot of the air. But when you use your nose, it's easy for you just to go to the lungs even if you want to target the stomach.
Does that really work for lean guys like us?
Yeah, that's what I do. So, and then you hold, and then now you can lift heavy.
Exactly. Thank you for that elaboration. Sorry for that. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for that. It has been a very good conversation with one of the best athletes in the country. These are athletes that competed in different places. And we'd like to give a special thanks to Calling Photography for having incorporated and facilitated the shoot of this video. Thank you for your assistance and God bless you. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the story of a champion. Till next time, see you. Kindly subscribe, watch, and share. Bye.
Yeah.